What's up, guys? Main man Sui here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Polish Prime Minister time. How do we beat Lydia Sobieska? A very convoluted matchup. There is a lot of strings to look out for. There is a lot of stances to look out for. Queen of Karate stance flop is a pretty legitimate way of putting it when it comes to Miss Sobieska. Very oppressive matchup. Huge frames constantly if they impact on your guard. So important here is that if you don't want to be put in a blender, you have to avoid the attacks. She is extremely linear. If you know what you're doing, how to move, step right duck is going to be the key to beating this character. Step right duck is 101, how to fuck this character. If you do not apply counterplay, you will lose in 1 second flat. If you don't know what you're doing, there's just no way of beating this. If you don't step this character, you're in an infinite blender. Has to be said, though, that she got a very good nerf in that having a nerf, this stance that is only accessible in heat, so this one, got a gigantic nerf, and thank God, because before she got this nerf, so she goes into having a nerf, she has a million ways of doing it when she's in heat, and now you take a 50-50. Either she does an unseeable high that knocks you down for 1,000,000 damage, or she does a mid like this, geish! That wall splats, knocks down, also does 1,000,000 damage. This used to be +6 on block and leave you in kissing distance, and then she would start wailing again into another 50-50. Wail again into another 50-50, where if you just stand guarding all of this because you're terrified, you lose a lot of health due to chip damage. So what they did was, as you can see here, the mid option in the 50-50 was no longer +6, it was only +2 now on block, and it pushed me back to 2.3 meters away from her, and it resets the neutral, and I can breathe again, and we can start playing Tekken again. Huge nerf to Lydia, huge nerf to the most toxic heat in Tekken 8, and we are all the better for it. Lydia is now a matchup I don't mind too much, to be honest. But again, if you don't know what you're doing against horse stance, wolf stance, cat stance, heaven and earth stance, big strings. If you don't know what you're doing against all of this stuff, you just get blown up for free. And again, her neutral has very strong frames. +2 on block heat engager, while running 1, giga tier homing, +5. 4-4-2, a very fast mid button. That goes into horse stance with +5. Now you're going to guess. If you don't know what you're doing against these buttons, you will be stuck blocking forever. So again, we need to apply counterplay. We need to step her. She's very linear. Step right duck specifically. Everything on this character is designed by the devs to give her a full bar of heat to play with to go into the aforementioned heat mix-ups. The whole point of a character. Very strong neutral buttons with big frames that give her a full heat bar. She blocks any, it's like Dragonov, you know, she blocks any of your lows. Everything is -12, right? Low-wise, pretty much every low. Boom. Note the range of this button. This is a 12-frame elbow heat engager, right? She can also counter it you with a very evasive low into the same elbow. She can check you in the neutral with back 1. Note the range. Note the range of this button. This is a heat engager, right? Wall splatting, right? Wall splatting +2 on block heat engager with tons of range. So as soon as you block this, she starts checking it with jab stuff, right? Because it's her turn, she's at +2. And then the big +5 on block homing high. Sorry about that. Leads to heat engager. Down for 2 counter hit. Sorry. Down for 2 on counter hit. Heat engager. Horse free, another very long range safe homing mid. Heat engager. Everything is designed to give her a full heat bar into very, very oppressive heat stuff. Now, thank God they nerfed that 50-50, because otherwise, like, there's not a lot of counterplay to be had, to be honest. But so how do we beat this stuff? Step right duck is what every pro player does against this character. It is by far her kryptonite. It is her biggest weakness. So, again, I hope you understand that if you don't step this character, the frames don't make sense, right? The frames don't make sense. So you have to step. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I hope so. I just want to drill that into your head. So here is back one. So very strong move, but completely linear. I love it. I live up to the name Scrupman. So yeah, specifically step right duck, because they will mix with the homing high. This one. So this is her big weakness. Step right duck. Obviously will also blow up the while running one. While running one is a +6 knockdown, right? +6 knockdown high. And it ships, right? So it's a good move. Oh, sorry. So we can beat these moves. Fort for 2, also extremely linear button. So obviously you need to do this with strong timing, right? But this is the counterplay. Just to show you another thing pros do. So while running one is +6 on block. However, if she is in heat... if she is in heat, this move will be reduced to +5 on block. Into an automatic heaven and earth transition, where she now threatens the 50-50, right? They will do unblockable high, unseeable. Note the damage of this. Or this 2 button, right? So that's the mid that was nerfed. But the while running one, when it automatically in heat, when it goes into heaven and earth, it's reduced to +5. That's on purpose so that you can actually option select this mix-up with counterplay. There are situations where she will create a +6 situation, and now there's no option select. Now you have to take this 50-50. You will only guess. But it's important to know that at +5, so specifically this while running one, you can option select this. And this is something you will see pros do. So it's yet again step right duck. So I'm just trying to stress the importance of step right duck in this matchup. I'm gonna remove heat again. Also, something very noteworthy is that she might use damage free to stop you from stepping, but again, that's a low. So if your step right duck can catch that, you know, with the duck. Damage free is a low like this, +7 into horse stance. On counter hit, this automatically happens. It does a shit ton of damage, especially if she has her stacks. She has an install, you see below the heat bar there. When she lands certain stuff on you, she gets stacks, up to 3 stacks. And when she is at 3 stacks, and that stays the entire match, she gets enhanced damage on a lot of stuff, including down back 3. And also she gets enhanced damage on her ground pound, down 1 +2, that she will combo into from that low will knock down. No. Is it this knocks down a normal hit, I think. when she has full stacks. Actually, I have to look at this. Now I'm unsure. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, it's insane. Like, you see, when she has full stacks, this low, so horse 1+2 knocks down a normal hit, and this guarantees the ground pound for 47 damage. Like, again, when she gets her install, this character has insane stuff. Like, insane stuff. And now the damage on downback free. 51 damage. But again, this is launch punishable. So it will say only -11, but she can't block while she's in stance. So it is launch punishable. But again, step right duck even blows up this homing move, right? But again, with strong timing. You need strong timing. You need to read your opponent's timing. Because if she does delay timing, you get hit anyway, right? But step right tuck is always the best option. Her lows aren't that good, in my opinion. Like, down 2 here is -14 on block. Had the countered property into heat engage your elbow, right? Down back 4 is neutral on hit. And I counter it, it's still neutral. And it's 22 frames. It feels very sluggish. Like, not a good move in my opinion. Has good range though. And again, that's -13 on block. So if you're Kazuya, you will twin piston every low she does. And then key lows are horse 1+2, as I showed you. But note that this is launch punishable, right? That move is always launch punishable. And then wolf for 1+2, you will see them use all the time. All the time. So again, this one is -14. Now I eat it. Eesh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's also crouching. So Kazuya will twin piston this as well. It's like she does take big risks with her lows. God, is there another neutral button I want you to look at? This string. +5 into horse. So this creates the exact situation as you blocking a 4-4-2. When she's +5 here, you're like guessing because she has an option to beat anything you do. But again, this is a mid-high, so don't let them get away with this. Lydia players are very used to people not knowing the matchup, so no one ducks this. But again, like, very, very duckable string. If they ever do this string on you, you can duck the second hit. Oh, shit. You can, but it's super fast, though. It's super fast. But again, it's launch on block. If they finish the string, launch punishable on block. So those are very important to know. They also like this string. This is -12 on block. Good to know. She also has down for 1 free. So this is -13, so mid. Counter it launch. Counter it launch. And then she has a mid-high and down for 1-2. Also, they like doing this 1-2-4. So it's like a Kazuya 1-2-4, but a bit slower. So you can low parry that, or you can block it and, you know, if you're Kazuya, twin piston, whatever. So those are important neutral buttons. She also has this charge-up attack. But it's +7 on block. They like using this at the wall when she's in heat. It's like almost like full screen wall splat. +10 into heaven and earth. If you block this in heat, you have to take this mix. There's just nothing you can do. But thankfully, this move is also completely linear. It's completely linear. It's a bit like, it's exactly like Devil Jin's charge up down back 1-2. It's just completely linear. Doesn't matter when you step, you will step the move. So honestly, that's the neutral. Step right duck is your best friend by far. And now let's just get into the stances. So like horse, very important. Wolf, very important. So when she does, say she does fort 4-2 on your block, or fort 3-4, same situation. +5 horse, +5 horsey. Now you're guessing. This stance can be like completely option selected by King Armor King. They do a giant swing and they blow everything up except for this low. But we're not that lucky because when we do a throw to try and beat this power crush and other options, this move will counter hit us. The 2 button here, because at +5 this comes out at 11 frames. A throw is typically 12 frames. So here, but if this counter hits or hits you, you get blown up, right? You just get blown up. So we don't want that happening. But so if this hits, you're sort of guessing. If you try and check her, she has a power crush. This one. Eesh. That is super plus. Being homing, this will also stop stepping to the right. But it is a high, right? She also has this homing. So you don't want to step right duck here. Don't want to step. Like both of those blow you up. If you get hit by this one, I showed you before, it's heat engager. If you get hit by the one power crush, +16 into wolf mix. Where she can do this low, she can do this mid, which knocks down into big damage. Oh, sorry. So, it really hurts. And wolf 1 is very important in her heat. Can also be charged. And now it's a full launch on hit, right? If it's charged. So yeah, the thing is, as soon as we don't want to be put in this situation, so that's why there's a lot of counterplay to these moves, right? Duck this, step right, duck this move. But once this hits, you're sort of guessing because she has so many options to fuck you up. So again, if she doesn't have full stacks, this low is not that scary because it won't knock you down. But again, launch punishable low, if you guess that one, right? If you block this mid, she's -4. If you block this armor, she's +1. And you're like, oh my god, why is she +1 on an armor move? That +1 does jack all for her. It does nothing, because once she goes into wolf stance, all her buttons are quite slow. Very slow moves. So the +1 doesn't do anything. And also, when she is in wolf, she has no armor move. So here, you are very welcome to try and fuck her up. But she has, of course, a built-in retreat. She can tap back, and then she jumps back, right? And here, it's very hard to try and check this. If you know she's going to do it, you can float her out of it, right? But you know, if you're the tiniest bit slow, this will happen and she can fuck you up in turn. So just know that if you block this move, this armor, you can interrupt everything she does. Because it's so slow. And she doesn't have a power crush armor move. But again, she can choose to retreat and jump out. And again, regarding the wolf mix, you'll see a lot of Lydias as well. They'll do 4-4-2 on block, and then they'll hold forward to get into wolf to try and do this low. It's a strong low. Eesh, like this. 38 damage, right? And knocks down, but I think this is only in enhanced state. Her install really buffs her lows. So now you'll note that it won't knock down. Now it doesn't knock down at 30 damage. So the stance lows get way more powerful when she has her stacks, right? It's like here. Only -1, no knockdown. So not that bad, right? You'd rather eat this low than try and gamble with the other options, in my opinion. But yeah, wolf... wolf has 3-1 like this. -6 safe. Knockdown. Wolf has, oh sorry, this button, also knockdown safe. And again, Wolf has the low. But that's it for Wolf stance. It's not a particularly scary stance. This is, of course, outside of heat. But again, like, this move is really good. Wolf 1. It is +2 wall splat. Again, most Lydias will just in Wolf do this low or this mid. Due to 44 damage without counter it, right? Knocks down on normal hit. And this is chargeable into +7. Note the chip damage. So that's it for the stances. And now we can talk about the heat, which is very important. So I showed you the option select before from while running 1 on her heat. Let's just put the lady in heat. While running 1 into heat mix was specifically +5, right? And now you can do step right duck. But if you block Wolf 1 in heat, she gets +6. And as soon as you've blocked this, you are kind of fucked. Now you can only guess. Step right duck, counterplay does not work at +6. If she charges this, +10. You as soon as these connect on your block, you are just guessing. She can also do this, right? This is quarter circle forward, 1+2, 1+2. Also a key move to her heat. So these are the mind games. When she is in heat, she'll do this into Wolf. And now she can do Wolf 1, right? Like this. You can step that Wolf 1 to not take the free 50-50. Because as I told you, +6, as soon as this is blocked, you have to take the 50-50. There's no option select. So with everything with Lydia, we don't want to be put in that situation to begin with. So we step. We step. So when she does course, every Lydia will do this on your block. Course circle forward, 1+2, 1+2, like this. Here, she's -4. You can interrupt her. And you can sidestep. She can, however, charge this move. The second hit. If you block that, she's +8 now. So now it's way scarier to try and do anything. She can also do this string into Heaven and Earth. But now, you have to know that there are a lot of Heaven and Earth transitions that can be beaten by throw. So say she tries to do 4-4-2 into Heaven and Earth. Many of these transitions, you can actually react to her transitioning into Heaven and Earth. And now you can throw her. Like, again, I know it's complicated. No one said this matchup was going to be easy, okay? Especially her heat, dude. Especially her heat. But a lot of these manual transitions into Heaven and Earth, you can throw punish her here. This is a hard counter. This is especially something you have to do when she does in heat. And they will all try and knowledge check you with this. They'll do her hop kick. But it's typically, you know, punishable. You know, -13. But in heat... Oh, sorry. But in heat, she can go into Heaven and Earth. And Heaven and Earth has a built-in auto parry. Right? And that's why we want to throw. This is a punish. So don't get knowledge checked by this stuff. Also, very important to know about her heat is that when she does her 4-4-2 in heat, it is ridiculous. A normal hit now on 442. Look how little heat bar it costs to do this, by the way. A normal hit now, she gets this sequence. It's still +5 on block. But also very important is that it will now armor break. It will shatter any armor. So if I do a power crush, if I do a parry, you know, a parry, it beats every type of reversal and armor. This is super scary, okay? So gotta be very aware of that. It's to shut down you trying to just armor through her heat bullshit, right? So again, a lot of transitions into Heaven and Earth, like this, manual transitions, you will beat by doing throw. But however, if she lands one of these, this wolf power mid on you, now she earns a mix-up on you that you can't deal with. Here, of course, you're caught in a block stun, so you can't throw her, the Heaven and Earth counter, right? So, yeah. Anytime you block these, she earns her mix. She earns her mix, right? So there you're only guessing. But so again, here, can interrupt, can sidestep. Wolf 1 is very sidesteppable. Oh. Jesus. But didn't I just record this? Dear Lord. So again, there's no need to respect that. But of course, here come all the layers I told you about before. This can be charged into +8. Right. Can still step here. And that's probably what we're doing. And again, the charged wolf does a ton of chip damage. So the thing is, now that the Heaven and Earth 2 button has been nerfed, you don't want to be deer in the headlights anymore and just stand guarding this. Step. Don't just block all of this stuff, because look at your health bar. Like, you take so much chip damage. So much chip damage. So yeah, stepping is your best friend. Step right duck is your best friend. And again, manual Heaven and Earth transitions are beaten by throw. Watch out for armor, 442. So don't want to spam power crush. You want to step Lydia. You want to step Lydia. Honestly, what I've explained to you should beat most Lydia players. You should beat most Lydia players. Is there anything else I need to tell you about the matchups? I mean, this used to be the... Oh, sorry. This used to be the go-to flowchart. And then there they would heat smash. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the heat smash into mix, right? She gets a Heaven and Earth mix. But as you can see, yeah, step right tuck, my friends. But so yeah, that's the anti-Lydia. This should be everything you need to beat most Lydias. I hope it helps, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.